23 Blink-182 Facts, Part 2. Number 1. Before changing their name to Blink-182, the band originally was called Duct Tape. This name was chosen due to a derogatory term used by jocks at their high school. However, they later decided to change their name to avoid potential legal issues and with a trademarked adhesive tape brand, eventually settling on Blink-182. Number 2. Tom DeLonge initially auditioned as a guitarist for the band, but when they realized his vocal talents, he became the primary vocalist alongside Mark Hoppus. This decision proved to be pivotal for the band's signature sound, as DeLonge's energetic and nasally singing style complemented Hoppus's more melodic and smoother vocal approach. Number 3. Dude Ranch, their second studio album, was recorded in under 3 weeks due to constraints and a limited budget. The band had booked studio time with producer Jerry Finn, but were given a shorter time frame than expected. Despite these constraints, the album was well received and played a significant role in establishing Blink-182's popularity and defining their early sound. Number 4. Blink-182's song Atom Song was inspired by a letter written by a fan who was contemplating suicide. The band received a letter after a concert and was deeply moved by its contents. Determined to address their heavier themes in their music, they transformed the letter's message about dealing with depression into a poignant and relatable song that resonated with fans worldwide. Number 5. The intro to their song Carousel was inspired by Metallica's Battery. The band has openly acknowledged their admiration for Metallica. In particular, Tom DeLonge was influenced by heavy and intricate guitar work in Battery. This influence is evident in the powerful and fast-paced opening riff of Carousel. Number 6. Blink-182 contributed a song called Mutt to the soundtrack of the movie American Pie. The song captures the carefree and raunchy spirit of the film with its cheeky lyrics and catchy pop-punk sound. Its inclusion in the soundtrack helped expose Blink-182 to a wider audience and further solidified their place in pop culture. Number 7. Mark Hoppus and Travis Barker also performed a side project called Plus 44 during Blink-182's hiatus. The band was formed in 2005 during the period when Blink-182 was on an indefinite hiatus due to tensions between its members. Plus 44 released their debut album When Your Heart Stops Beating in 2006, showcasing a more mature and introspective sound compared to Blink-182. Number 8. Travis Barker's drumming style and technique heavily influenced a new generation of drummers in the pop-punk genres. His fast and powerful playing, along with his creative fills and distinct use of syncopation, made him a standout drummer in the punk rock scene. Many aspiring drummers looked up to Barker as a source of inspiration and sought to emulate his dynamic style. Number 9. The band had their own limited edition sake line called Pacific Rim, released in partnership with a Japanese brewery. This collaboration demonstrated the band's interest in exploring unique business ventures beyond their music career. The sake line, sake? I don't know. Featured specifically designed bottles with Blink-182 branding and was only available for a limited time. Number 10. When Blink-182 initially started, they used to rent out a rehearsal space from a church. In the early days, the band faced financial constraints and renting rehearsal space was not always feasible. They were fortunate enough to strike a deal with a local church that allowed them to use their practice space. This arrangement played a vital role in shaping their sound and helping them develop their music. Number 11. Mark Hoppus created and hosted a podcast called Hoppus on Music, where he interviewed various musicians and discussed music-related topics. The podcast, which aired from 2010 to 2012, provided fans with insight into Hoppus's musical influences as well as behind-the-scenes stories from his career. The show featured notable guests from the music industry and allowed Hoppus to delve deeper into his passion for music beyond Blink-182. Number 12. Blink-182's Stay Together for the Kids was written about the aftermath of divorce that both Mark Hoppus and Tom DeLonge experienced as children. The song explores the emotional impact that divorces can have on children and reflects the band members' own personal experiences. Stay Together for the Kids resonated with listeners who related to its raw and vulnerable portrayal of a fractured family dynamic. Number 13. In 2015, Tom DeLonge announced that he will be exploring UFO phenomena and founded to the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences to research extraterrestrial existence. DeLonge has long expressed an interest in UFOs and the possibility of alien life. His dedication to the subject led him to launch the venture that combines entertainment, science, and activism to further investigate and shed light on these intriguing topics. Number 14. The band's 2011 album, Neighborhoods, was recorded in 3 different studios, with each band member working separately on the respective parts, due to tensions within the band at that time. The strained relationship between Hoppus, DeLonge, and Barker resulted in them choosing to record their parts separately rather than collaboratively. This fragmented process affected the overall cohesion of the album and was attributed to the band's eventual hiatus. I love that album, on a side note. Number 15. Blink-182 took a break from music in 2002 and started their own side project named Boxcar Racer. Well, okay. This side project allowed the band members to explore a darker and more alternative sound compared to their usual pop-punk style. Mark wasn't involved, though. Blink-182, the Boxcar Racer, released a self-titled album in 2002 before Blink-182 reunited for their next studio album, marking a unique creative outlet for the band during their hiatus. Number 16. In 2011, Blink-182 performed a secret show in Hollywood under the alias Fake Bands, Inc. The show was a surprise performance for fans, and the band made an effort to keep their identity hidden until the last moment. The gig generated a lot of excitement among their dedicated fan base, and it became a memorable and intimate experience for those lucky enough to attend. 2017. Whoa. Wow. I'm glad nobody's actually going to listen to this. Number 17. Travis Barker survived a plane crash in 2008 and killed 4 others. Despite suffering severe burns and trauma, he eventually recovered and continued his musical career. The tragic accident occurred when the plane's tires burst during takeoff, causing the aircraft to crash and burst into flames. Barker's survival and recovery were seen as miraculous by many, and his determination and resilience in the face of such tragedy were an inspiration to fans and fellow musicians. Number 18. Mark Hoppus wrote a children's book called The Boy with the Thorn in His Side, inspired by the Smiths song of the same name. The book, published in 2021, tells a story of a young boy who overcomes adversity and finds solace in music, paralleling Hoppus's own experiences and healing power of music. The book received positive reviews and showcased Hoppus's talent as a storyteller beyond his songwriting abilities. Number 19. Blink-182's album Enema of the State is a reference to the line spoken by a nurse in the movie Love Actually. The phrase itself is a humorous play on words, combining medical terminology with sexual innuendo. The band members found it entertaining and chose it as the title for their album, which went on to become one of their most successful releases and a defining album of the pop-punk genre. Number 20. Travis Barker has over 100 tattoos and some dedicated to his love for his children and music. Barker is well known for his extensive tattoo collection, which covers much of his body. Among his tattoos are portraits and names of his children, as well as musical imagery that represents his passion and career as a musician. His tattoos have become a recognizable part of his image and personal expression. Number 21. Tom DeLonge briefly pursued a career in acting and appeared in the film Idle Hands as a convenience store clerk. DeLonge made a cameo appearance in the 1999 horror comedy film, showcasing his comedic timing and adding to the band's pop culture presence. While he did not pursue acting further, his involvement in the film added another dimension to his creative endeavors beyond music. Number 22. Blink-182 was banned from playing at various venues in the early days due to their reputation for excessive toilet humor and wild antics on stage. The band's live show often included crude humor, pranks, and juvenile behavior, which clashed with some venues and caused them to be blacklisted from certain locations. While their energetic and unpredictable performances endeared them to their fans, they sometimes faced resistance from more traditional establishments. And number 23. Despite tensions and conflicts, Blink-182 credit their friendship and shared sense of humor as a driving force that has kept the band together for over 2 decades. The band went through periods of intense disagreements and even a hiatus, but their deep-rooted friendship and ability to find humor in difficult situations has helped them overcome obstacles and maintain a strong bond. This enduring camaraderie has allowed them to continue making music and delighting fans around the world. Thanks for sticking through that one. Later.